Hello students, today we will be discussing how to solve an equation. Equation can also be thought of as a balanced pen balance over here. Okay, somewhat like this. Two of the things are there where both the things are at the same level. So basically the rules what we follow to solve an equation are, if we add the same number to both sides of the inequality, it still holds. For example, if you see a balanced pen balance, you will see if you add the same amount of weight on both the sides, still it will remain to be balanced. If we subtract the same number from both sides of an equality, it still holds. So if you remove the same quantity from both the sides, still the balanced pen balance will be the same over there, it will be balanced. If you multiply or divide both sides of the equality by the same number which is non-zero, then still the equality holds. These are certain principles or the rules which have to be followed while solving an equation. And we know what it means by solving an equation. It means finding the value of the variable which makes the left hand side and the right hand side equal. The value of the variable which makes the left hand side and the right hand side equal is what we are searching for. That is the solution of the equation. Okay. Now, if you basically fail to do the same mathematical operation with the same number on both sides of the equality, then the equality may not hold over there. So that has to be taken care of. And another thing is, we should always attempt to separate out the variable. Okay, we need that the variable should be on one side of the equation and the constants on the other side. That is how we will be using these rules to make the variable separated and keep the variable on one side and rest of the things on the other side. That is what our effort will be. We start with few of the examples. First one, solve x plus 3 is equal to 8. We see the variable x is on this side and this is x plus 3 is equal to 8. So what the first operation is, we somehow want to remove 3. So what we do is, we write x plus 3 and what we do is, we subtract 3 from both the sides. This is our first operation. Subtracting 3 from both the sides. We are subtracting the same quantity from both the sides. Now this is x plus 3 minus 3. We are using the associative property. 3 minus 3 is 0. So x will now become 5. The value of x is equal to 5. This is the solution of this equation. Now, we move on to the next one. Suppose we are dealing with 5y is equal to 35. Now, in this one, what has to be done? We see, first of all, most of the students make an error over here. We first of all understand this is nothing else but 5 into y is equal to 35. Now, how to get rid of 5? Because y is multiplied by 5. So what is the inverse operation? How to cancel out the effect of y? We divide both the sides by y. So this is 5 into y, dividing both sides by 5, we get 35 upon 5. So 5 cancels out, y is actually equal to 7. So this is the solution of this equation. Now we take another example. suppose we have y plus, say, or you just take this case, y minus 7 is equal to 10. Now this is something is subtracted from y. Now how to cancel it the effect of 7? We have to add 7 to it. So we add 7 to it, 10 plus 7, and whatever we do, it has to be done on both the sides. This is very important. So y minus 7 plus 7 is equal to 17. 7 and 7 cancels out. So y comes out to be 17. Okay. Now we move on to the next one, the fourth one. If you take this as m divided by 3 is equal to 12. Now m divided by 3, so what is the inverse operation of 3? How to cancel out the effect of dividing by 3? We multiply by 3. So we are multiplying both the sides by 3. So 3 and 3 cancels out. So we have 12 is the 36. So this is now the solution. Okay. So m is actually equal to 36. Now we move on to those examples where more than one mathematical operation have been performed on a certain variable or on a particular side of the equation, so that we can basically find the solution by doing more than one mathematical operations and applying more than one of the rules what we discussed earlier. So we move on to the case, suppose we have 3p plus 7 is equal to, say, 10. So first of all, we see this thing as 3 into p plus 7 is equal to 10. So what we do is, we first of all cancel out the effect of this term, because this is a single term. You cannot take 3 directly on the other side. First of all, we try to remove this 7. So what we do is, we subtract 7 from both the sides. Plus 7 minus 7 equal to 10 minus 7. 7 cancels out. You have 3 into p is equal to 3. Now it is being multiplied. How to cancel out the effect of something being multiplied to p? We divide by this quantity. So 3 into p divided by 3 is equal to 3 by 3. We cancel out, and what we get is p is equal to 1. This is how we solve the equation. Okay? Now just move on to the next one. Two p minus 1 is equal to 21. Now how do we cancel out the effect of this one? First of all, we cancel out the effect of 1, because this is 2 into p minus 1. So this is a single term. We do not take 2 directly or divide the whole thing by 2. What we do is, we first of all take this one on the other side. So 2 into p is equal to 21 plus 1. So this is 2 into p is 22. Now we cancel out the effect. This is multiplication, so we divide by 2. And what we do on one of the sides, do not forget to do it on the other side. So this is, p is actually equal to 11. Another example, Another example is basically, suppose you have say a variable b by 5 minus 3 is equal to 7. So how to solve it? Again, this constitutes a single term. This is a single thing right now. Then 3 is separated over there. So what we do is, we first of all take 3 on the other side. So what we do is, to cancel out the effect of 3, we add 3 on both the sides. 7 plus 3, 3 cancels out. So we have b upon 5 is equal to 10. Now we multiply both the sides by 5. So b is equal to 50. So this is what has to be done to solve a particular equation. First of all, pay attention to the terms, what operations are being performed between two of them. For example, over here is 2 into p, then 1 is subtracted so that we get 21. b is divided by 5, then 3 is subtracted. So we do the reverse of everything. For example, if I say b is divided by 5 and 3 is subtracted, we get 7. So 3 is subtracted, we first of all nullify that thing by adding 3 to both the sides. Then we get b upon 5, then we multiply both the sides by 5 to get b is equal to 50. So that has to be paid attention to. We must always pay attention to the operations and the terms which are involved over there. Okay. Now next thing is the type of questions which basically are there in the exercise 4.2 of your NCERT book. You have to understand that the first question deals with what is the first operation that has to be done over there so that we can reach the solution. If x plus 3 is equal to 0, obviously x is something is added to 3. What we do is, to nullify the effect, we have to subtract 3. So we have x is equal to minus 3. So this is how we will be solving it. And do practice first of all the questions what have been discussed in this video, and then try to solve the exercise 4.2 on your own. Thank you so much.